What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update, where we are also going to be taking a look at the dollar index, gold, and we will take a look at Litecoin and Ethereum also. Definitely stick around for the whole video. You don't want to miss this. Is the dump over, or do we have more to go? Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the link below in the description. Definitely check it out. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, not trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway every Sunday, or every Monday. I'm sorry, we switched it to Monday. And I'm also going to let you know how to win a $500 Prime XBT account. All you have to do is make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that thumbs up, make sure you tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos, and leave your comment down below. Add 500 in your comment, and you'll be entered to win the $500 account. So let's take a look at the Dow Jones. We've been talking about this fractal here. It does look like it is starting to play out, guys. If that happens, we could be seeing a pretty massive drop in the Dow, which would be most all of traditional markets. We have been making higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. I believe this is going to play out. Our first point of support is going to be around 30,600 points, and then we have right around 28,000 to 29,000 is the 200 EMA here. Let's look at the dollar index. As you guys know, I'm bullish on the dollar still, unless we break the 89.12. As you can see, this fractal here, we've been watching, seems to be playing out beautifully. Even in the RSI, and this is the 3-day chart. I'll zoom in so you can see the fractal I'm talking about. It looks like an Elliott 5 wave as a ending diagonal. Same thing here, and then we moved up from there again. That would be invalidated if we cross the 89.21. But as you can see, the fractal is playing out in the RSI also. We are retesting the wedge here, and even in the MACD, everything looks identical. So I am still bullish on that. And when the dollar rises, that's because people are getting out of risky assets such as stocks that people are pumping like crazy, the regular traditional markets, speculation, Bitcoin, and they go into the dollar, and that makes the dollar rise. Regardless, I know a lot of people are saying the dollar's dying. That's usually the safe place to go when getting out of risky assets. Gold, everything dumps when the market dumps. I don't know where everybody gets that it rises. If you look at, all you have to do is look in the past, compare it. When the market dumps, gold, silver, Bitcoin, everything dumps with it. But the dollar rises like it did right here. Anyways, looking at gold, we still have our target, 1736. We've had this since November. Still expecting that. We are getting resistance on the EMAs here. If that breaks, we're looking at the 1647 range. And if that breaks, gold's in trouble. Let's look at Bitcoin. So we had this target last week around 59. We didn't quite hit it. We hit 58.4. And said if this 56 couldn't hold as support and we break back below this trend line, we were looking for 49.6. And if that broke, then our target, as if you watched the video yesterday, was around 44.45. Still looking like we could hit that. We almost hit it. We hit 44,800. Still room for this RSI to come down for one more jab. This could also, and all that was, guys, is a measured move. Once we broke this, it gets us down to that 44.4 range. There's also lower targets down here, guys, to watch for, and that could be a retest of this falling channel that we broke out of. And depending on where that is, it doesn't mean we go straight down there. This could take days, even weeks. We could consolidate here for a while before continuing down, but it does look like there's a good chance that we continue back down. Now, if we can come back up and get back above this 50,100 to 50,200 range within today, and get back in this channel, then we could continue up. But then we're going to have resistance, more resistance right around the 52.5 range. Actually, it's going to be more than that. Around 52.5, I would look for resistance. That would be coming back up to retest this wedge that we broke out of, guys. But this is pretty bearish here, breaking down out of this. Obviously, the RSI needs to reset before we continue down. Looking at the 4 hour, as you can see, the RSI is dumped pretty hard on the 4 hour. Let's go back into here. And as you can see, our EMAs are turning over here. We could go as low. Obviously, we got the 200 EMA here at 47.4. If that was the break, could be looking at the target of the 44. What did I say that was back here? Right around the 44.5. 40,000 is looking like, obviously, we will get some support at 35 or 40,000. If we get there, we'll get a bounce. Will that be the end of it? We continue up from there. Well, we'll be watching. Make sure you're subscribed. But anyways, if we come back down to test this bottom trend line, depending on when and how long, this is the 4 hour chart. So if we came straight down, it'd be around 36,000, which I don't think that's going to happen. And if it took a few days, week or so, could be looking at the 40,000 towards the first week of March. But then again, we could drop rapidly, so be cautious. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you, the fairest exchange out there, in my opinion, for Bitcoin. You can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all kinds of stuff, all on one exchange. They have multiple setups you can do if you don't have multiple monitors. You can set this up with, obviously, put as many screens as you want on there. Just a great platform. If you want to check them out, I have a link below. I'll also leave a link up top for you to check out how to use their margin. You can use my promo code in the promo code section. Savy50 will get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. And don't forget, if you leave 500 in the comment below, that gets you entered to win Monday's $500 Prime XBT account giveaway. This is just Tether, still pumping crazy, fake money. That's basically all that is. And I just wanted to look at this real quick, then we'll go into some more charts. But this being, why that went in there, this being the Fibonacci channels. If you look at where we're at, I started it off these peaks here, and if we zoom in and look, last time we hit this second channel here, we peaked above it a little bit, but as you can see right now, this is where we're getting major resistance, guys. It gets bullish if we can get back above this, above that $60,000 range, but until then, it's looking pretty bearish here. We are getting support as of right now on the 8 EMA, which is about the $47,000 range. After that, and this is the 3-day chart, after that is about the 44,000 range. After that's the 21 EMA around right around 40,000. And then if we came back down to test this fib here, and the 55 EMA is going to be around 29,000, somewhere in that range. We are making bearish divergence, as you can see, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action on the 3-day. We'll go into some other RSIs and look at what we had been talking about: higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI on the daily, bearish divergence, which is playing out now. We should get a decent bounce here, but I wouldn't get too overly bullish, guys. That's how they get people to keep buying in, so they can keep dumping at higher prices. Same thing, 2-day. And if we go into the 3-day, same thing. And this whole time, the volume's been declining, although our red volume has broken this decline. So that's another bearish sign, guys, to be aware of. Let's look at the weekly. Same thing. We were making hidden bearish divergence, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Now in the weekly, we still do have declining volume without a breakout. So we'll see what happens. If we do get down to that $40,000 level, then obviously this will probably continue down. Now this is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. I've been talking about it forever. As you can see, every time the dollar bottoms out on this trend line, Bitcoin is at or near its top. And if we raise Bitcoin up, every time the dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. So the dollar has a long ways to go. So Bitcoin, I'm not saying it is, but it's very possible that the bear market has begun. Even if we get one more leg up a little higher, like we've talked about plenty of times. We broke this trend line again, and every time we've done that in the past has marked the bear market, the beginning of the bear market. So just be careful, be cautious. As you remember back here, and I've showed you this is 2017. And if we look at the triangle that we formed, which forms at the top of the parabolic cycle, it got us right down to our target at 3,100 was the measured move off that, which was 84% correction. And the same thing over here. If we go in 2019, we draw the triangle that it forms at the top of every parabolic hype cycle. That got us to our bottom over here, which was a 72% correction. Now, those that think that that can't happen again, that's the cycle of Bitcoin. We could be seeing as much as an 80%, even 90, but let's say 80 to be safe. If we've topped here and we did an 80% correction or 85% like last time, we'll get us around the 8,500. It's so funny. People say that can never happen. There's no way, so much confidence. It's still pure speculation, guys. This, where people are talking about all the big investors coming in, and they're smart money, guys. They don't buy the top of bubbles. And another thing I wanted to talk about is MicroStrat. What do you do? Another 900 million or billion or whatever this time, crazy crap. And he said he's doing it on Coinbase with a bot. That is the most ridiculous thing, guys. This is an unregulated market. They can say whatever they want and not get in trouble like they can with the regular markets. Remember that. And someone with that much money buying in is going to do it OTC. And if they're not, then then I definitely wouldn't listen to them, because there's no reason to buy at a high dollar on an exchange when they can buy OTC. And what OTC is over the counter. So if somebody's got 1,000 Bitcoin and the price is like right now 48,000, they'll take that 1,000 Bitcoin. If they sold it themselves all at once, they would get a lot less for it. So they'll say, I'll sell you the whole thing for 47,000 a piece. So they get to buy those without raising the price up. And that's why the big money uses OTC. And again, if the big money is doing like he said and buying with a bot on Coinbase Pro, I'd be pretty skeptical of that, guys. Not to mention, look at his past history. He's been caught by the SEC for doing fraud in the .com bubble, and look at his chart from the .com bubble. As a matter of fact, I'll take a look at that right now. Let's go out to the weekly on it. This is MicroStrat, obviously dumping. And if you had enough money, just think about this for a minute. If you had enough money back here, this is their business stock, and they pumped other things. You can read back, look and just put in MicroStrategy fraud, and it'll come up back from 2000 in here. But they were marketing Motorola and things like that while they were dumping their own stock. While people were buying into that, they were dumping. Pretty sure somebody, I'm not gonna say who, was shorting that at the same time they knew it was dropping, and got in a little trouble for it. Kind of looks like what's going on right here. Just putting it out there. You know, do your own research, think what you will, but that's what I'm looking at. So anyways, back to this triangle. We don't know if this is a triangle for a fact yet or not, but if it does end up, there could be a lot of money trading in these. Say it comes all the way back down here, all the way back up for a retest, down, up. This could be a strung out long bear market. Who knows? But this is speculation. But if we put the bottom, let's just say right here, let's do a measured move of the triangle. And let's say it looks kind of like 2019. So it does something like this and stays up in here. And we can make sure you subscribe, because I will be keeping up on this. But say it done something like that and it broke down from here, we could be around 11,000, whatnot. But this is the key. I know a lot of people are looking at this as the Elliott wave, and if you guys know, I do have an Elliott wave count on this also, where this being wave 1, 2, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3. And we should, if it is correct, we shouldn't go below 14,000 again. But if we do, it's probably going to be ugly. And you can look at yesterday's video, a lot of videos in the past. I explain the similarities of the rising channel with the parabolic breakout in 17, 19, and now. So you might want to check that out. And look at the funding rate. Funding rate still favoring the bears a little bit here. Litecoin. So Litecoin, we broke through our support of 183. Our next support's going to be around 147. Unless we can get back above here, get another bounce, and then get to our target of 271, which is just the target of this Adam and Eve where the neckline was around 147. So I would see if we do get a crash, 147 should hold at least temporarily to get another bounce back up to the 184, 185 range and see what happens. If it breaks above, could be going to 271. If we break below this 147, that could be another confirmation that the bear market has begun, in my opinion. And looking at Ethereum, well, we broke through our channel. Still have the same target we talked about yesterday, around 1,000. Let me put a channel in there for the... Still looking at about... And I'm going to turn that yellow. Looking at about the 1,064 range. And that doesn't have to be instant, guys. We can come back up and retest this in a couple days around the 1,600 range, maybe even 1,700 before coming down. But we also have the 200 EMA on the daily here, around 950 to 1,000, all depending on how long it takes if it does get down here. So be aware of that. We are making some... Let's see, we are making a little bit of hidden bullish divergence here. We're getting lower lows in the RSI, so we could see another bounce here. But I don't know, it's still looking pretty ugly. So anyways, this is my wife's webpage. You guys enjoy the channel. It's another way to help support it, along with the other affiliate links down below. Check them out if you haven't already. I also have some tutorials and some other stuff I'll leave here, right here on the side of the video. But there's also a crypto section, which makes a lot of personalized gifts. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Smash that like button. Leave your comment below. Don't forget, there is a free Ledger Nano S and a $500 giveaway on Monday. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.